Three words that make Americans swell with pride. SEAL Team 6, the elite Special Forces team, has been immortalized ever since they successfully pulled off a mission to kill Osama bin Laden. America celebrated long-awaited justice delivered by SEAL Team 6.
USA! USA! USA!
But the team wanted none of it. They liked to work in anonymity. It's safer. It was the Obama administration, and specifically Vice President Joe Biden, who outed the team to the world. 3 months later, in August of 2011, 17 members of SEAL Team 6 were killed when the helicopter they were flying in was shot down over northern Afghanistan. These are the faces of just some of the men who were killed on August 6, 2011. The Obama administration, who was so quick to brag after the killing of Osama bin Laden, has little to say about these men. And their families are furious. They demand answers. Specifically, they want to know, why was the administration compelled to give up the Navy SEALs, setting up what many believe was a revenge-inspired ambush? There were 7 Afghan military officers on the helicopter, but their names didn't match the manifest. Why? Is it possible, since the Afghan military knew that a Taliban sympathizer could have leaked information to the enemy? Why were the Navy SEALs sent out on a helicopter they weren't trained for? A helicopter that was commissioned in the 1960s. And why were the Navy SEALs crammed into one helicopter with 38 people in all? Why didn't they send out 2 helicopters like they do on most missions? All good questions with no good answers, as the administration, who couldn't say enough about SEAL Team 6, is suddenly silent. The families have had to resort to suing the government to get answers. Named in the lawsuit, among others, President Obama and the Afghan government. But why must the families have to spend time, money, and more agony just to get answers as to why their sons died? Where is the media? You would think they would have much more interest in the single deadliest crash in the history of American Special Forces. And where are the Republicans, who have held exhaustive hearings on the terrorist attacks in Benghazi, but not one on the helicopter crash in Afghanistan with the ironic call sign Extortion 17? The Republican mantra of Benghazi is that 4 Americans died, and they still don't have all the answers. And that is true. But when Extortion 17 was shot down, 30 Americans were killed, 25 Special Forces members in all, including the 17 Navy SEALs, and 5 members of the National Guard and the Army Reserve. It was the worst loss of American life in one event in the Afghan War. There have been 2 military inquiries into the crash, but still, so many questions linger. Is there no one in Washington who will take up the cause of heroes? For the best way to honor their sacrifice is with the truth. I'm Larry Menti. See you again next week.